morning, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. Buenos dias, bon dia. International Confronting Global Capital. We welcome everyone to the University of Quebec Ottawa, and we're opening this conference this morning. It is with great pleasure that we welcome you here in Hamilton. We would like to begin by acknowledging that the land on which we gather today and tomorrow is the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe. This territory is covered by the Upper Canada Treaties and directly adjacent to Haldimand Treaty territory. We will also have panels in the morning, and in the afternoon we are going to have a plenary preparing discussions on the three themes that we put forward. The first one is labor internationalism and environmental justice. So basically the idea of this workshop will be to discuss the connections between, in particular, the fight for against climate change and the interconnections with labor internationalism. The other session on a changing political context, obviously we'll have to tackle with some 45th president south of the border, but also the new political dynamics in the developing world, in particular in Latin America. And finally, the third workshop, Thinking Labor Internationalism Beyond Unionized Workers, is where we would like a conversation to tackle issues around migrant workers, unorganized workers, and their relation to labor internationalism. We have 5 panelists to whom I will give each about 10 minutes. Opening panel we called Framing Labor Internationalism.
I'm going to give a few thank yous and just give you a sense of how we came together here today. So first, I'd like to thank the organizing committee, and if you could just raise your hand. Tomas Collombat, Dick Roman, Judith Marshall, Fareed Partovi, Mark Thomas, Kelty Cameron, who's not here with us today, Aver Kukers, Louise Castleman, Dave Bleakney, Jorge Garcia Orgales, and Tom Langford. Thank you all. So I'd like to thank the people at the Workers' Arts and Heritage Center, Brian Kelly, Florencia Berenstein, and Tara Bursey, and Darcy Martin, Judith Marshall, and Rob Christopherson, all who helped organize the event last night, and the art exhibit that is on. If you didn't get a chance to go to the opening last night, please, if you're nearby, come check it out. It's on until December, and it's on International Labour Solidarity in Canada. Mostly posters and banners. It's quite nice. Thanks to all those who contributed to the exhibit: Darcy Martin, Rick Arnold, Judith Marshall, Louise Castleman, Natalie Gay, Richard Roman, Hector Rombala, Ed Thomas, and Heidi Trampus. Thank you all. Here at McMaster, Jennifer, Diane, and Rand here at the Center for Continuing Education. Samantha and Stephen, who are staff at the building we're moving to tomorrow. Liua Kwan at the Institute for Globalization and Human Condition. Wendy Rickman in Political Science, and Brenda Morrison in Labor Studies. Stacy Gabitos and Nick Marquis, Arun Jacob, and Timothy Hewitson, who did all the tech stuff because I'm completely useless with that stuff. Thank you, thank you. And Jamie Ng at Paradise Catering, who will be supplying the food for us today, and Bushra at La Prep, who will be supplying our food tomorrow. Laura Koch at the Sheridan, Rumana Keel. Rumana, if you want to wave, are you here? No, she's outside at the registration table. You already met her, who's in political science at McMaster. Christina Russo, who's been helping you in the back there, and will be note-taking as well, from Trent University, and Lena Assey, who will also be note-taking for us today. So the conference wouldn't have been possible without the support of so many unions. This includes the Confédération des Syndicats Nationaux, the Public Service Alliance of Canada, United Steelworkers, the Canadian Union of Public Employees, National, and the Ontario International Solidarity Committee, QP Local 3906 here at McMaster, the Canadian Union of Postal Workers, FENEC in Quebec, and Unifor. Thank you all. Thanks also to the Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council, who provided us for lots of funds, so you can thank them for the lunches we'll be having. There you go. Thanks to all of those who helped with the application for that funding: Stephen McBride, Tom Langford, Louise Aguiar, Natalie Gay, Kelty Cameron, Dick Roman, Tomas Collombat, and Mark Thomas. Thank you all. And then special thanks to Robert O'Brien for helping navigate all of the McMaster bureaucracy, making sure we could speak this morning. Thank you. To the interpreters, Christine Gregoire at Pendleton, and our interpreters here, Brian Bickford, Gerard Bacco-Villard, Charles Mantel, Ciro Trevisanto, and Gabriel Manso. Thank you very much to all of you. To Jorge Garcia-Orgales and Kelty Cameron for arranging the Spanish interpretation. Dana Green, who's providing Spanish interpretation today. And to the translators from the Public Service Lines of Canada, the Canadian Union of Postal Workers, and the Canadian Union of Public Employees for translating the massive program that we have here today. Besides our union partners, we need to acknowledge the support of the Center for Social Justice, the Faculty of Social Science at McMaster, the Institute for Globalization and the Human Condition, the Department of Political Science, School of Labor Studies, Wayne Luchuk, the Launa Massanelli Chair in Global Labor Issues at McMaster, the University of British Columbia History and Sociology Department, the Global Labor Research Center at York University, the Canadian Association for Work and Labor Studies, and the Canadian Committee on Labor History. There you go. Thank you all so much. Okay, so before I turn it to the panelists to speak about the broader political issues that have prompted us to gather, I should speak to how this conference came together and some of the aims. So the idea of the conference came about out of a session that Dick Roman and I organized in Ottawa at Congress as part of the Labor Studies Association. And just like today, we were at full capacity. Actually, I think there were some people who were standing that day. At that meeting, as it drew to an end, it was clear that we had only just started to have a debate around the many issues surrounding labor internationalism. So as we left, a number of people voiced the need to gather and to create the space for deeper discussions and debates. That meeting, like the meeting here today, was a mix of both trade union activists and academics. And so the aim of this conference, like that meeting, was really not only to facilitate intellectual production, but also to contribute to moving this work forward in our organizations, in our movements, in our communities. And so drawing together both academics in the field of labor internationalism and trade union activists and staff, the conference committee has been working for more than a year to organize this conference. And we have a few aims. Hope I can do this justice. So first is to facilitate a discussion across activists and academics on the diverse set of questions and themes. 2, to make space for us to share experiences and reflections on challenges and also on the innovative strategies that might move us forward. 3, to develop a set of concrete plans to help strengthen the work that already exists. And 4, to decide on how we'd like to continue the work we're beginning here today and tomorrow. So these aims are reflected in the conference program, which includes both panels that include both trade unionists, activists, and academics from a range of different experiences, different organizations. So I'm very much looking forward to our time together.